Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Urban Aviary. Today I'm going to be griping to you a little bit about these water cups. I've used these on my quail cages for a while now, and I think some of you might have had the same issues I'm having, where these jam open and leak out all the contents. The first wood quail cages I built, these are actually responsible for ruining them because they jam open and the whole reservoir floods out, soaked up into all the wood, made everything expand, and turned everything to junk. So I want to show you what's wrong with these, why they have that problem, and then also show you the alternative to these that I found that'll rectify the problems you have with these things. So the way these work is that this trigger mechanism is what allows the water to enter the cup. So this is where the water gets hooked up to your reservoir. It stops it in here, and this hitting this trigger, when the birds go in there to get a drink, they're supposed to hit that trigger, and that lets a little more water in each time. It's a good idea, but the problem is birds, especially quail, like to go to their feeder, get some food, they come back and get a drink. Go back to their feeder, get some food, come back and get a drink. And this gets a ton of feed at the bottom of it. You've probably seen that. They get tons of feed in it. And what happens with these is that feed gets up here into the valve, and this thing ends up cocking to one side or down or up or whatever, and ends up staying open. And it might not look that dramatic. It'll just be a little bit. It only takes a little bit to make it open, and then it just slowly, seeps out, and by the time you get back from work or whatever, your whole reservoir is drained. This is exactly what happened to my wooden cages that I built and what ruined them. So I mean, like, it was a good idea. This thing is a good idea, but that was kind of a flaw that got overlooked, and that's the problem these things have. Now the solution is this style of cup. Now the way this works is, you can see the nipple here. This is where the water comes in. And then inside here is the valve. And as water goes through, the valve right now is open. So as water comes in, get that straight for you, that hinge drops. The weight of the water brings that down, and that shuts the valve. And then it stays, about half full. And then as the birds drink it, it'll lift back up a little bit, and that lets more water in, and it drops back down. So it always just stays at that halfway mark, and it doesn't, you'll get feed down here on the bottom, but it's not enough to where it can get back up into that valve and do anything to stop it from flowing. And the other good thing about this is, where this thing, you have to have this cage attachment to screw on. This has it built in. This has got the little cage hanger hook here to hang onto the cage. It's also got a mounting hole here if you want to run a bolt or something through to secure it. So it's all kind of contained there in one unit. The size on the nipples here are different. Let's see if I can hold that in a way that you can kind of see. I mean, that will actually enter into that one a little bit there. I use the same size hose, so I just had these hooked up to my quail cages, and the hose forced over onto this, and it wasn't really that hard to get on, but it makes an even better seal. So that's why I like these, and that's the solution to the poultry water cup problem. So you guys are probably pretty familiar with these by now if you're watching this. If you're wanting that solution to fix this problem, and you want to get a hold of these, I'll put a link up here that you guys can follow to go to them if you want to check them out and get some. I do highly recommend these if you are looking at getting the other kind. They're all over the place. You can get them everywhere, from Amazon to eBay to, everybody and their dog has them. But they're garbage. It's only a matter of time before they're going to fail. So if you are looking at getting water cups, use these kind, get these. It'll save you a lot of headache, a lot of hassle. That'll be all for this video. Remember, until that next one, you guys can do this too.